Labour Party, Labour Party, Obedient Movement. We move, we win, and we won. We won. We won. I don't know how many of you know this song, but I get very emotional when I talk about Nigeria, because I have a lot of scars on my body on account of our struggle for unity. I've lost a sister to kidnappers. I've lost a sister in a gas accident. 52 years of age, I've spent about 8 years in prison, DSS, police custody, and the likes. So I feel the pain of everybody who advertently or inadvertently Nigeria has happened to. And we have so many people here who, one way or the other, Nigeria has happened to. I'm standing on the existing protocols. Yes. But interestingly, I speak to you brothers and sisters, not as a defeated people, not as a conquered people, not as the people who have lost strength, not as the people who have lost faith, not as the people who have lost confidence in the future before us, but as the people who are confident that a new Nigeria beckons. I speak to you confident that a new day is right before us. I speak to you confident that those who think that they are experts in snatching, in grabbing, and running away with it, don't truly think that they are stronger than we are, but they will see a new face of the obedient movement sooner rather than later. They will find out that we are stronger than they are. They will find out that we are more rugged than they are. They will find out that we are more ruthless than they are. And they find out that what drives us is the love for our country. 20 months ago, Nigerians stood up and said never, ever again. Sprang up like a movement. They said, oh, it will fizzle out. They're just for 2-3 persons tweeting in the room. A few months after, 2-3-4 persons tweeting in a room became a monstrous movement. On the streets of Nigeria, marches, monumental marches, street protests, solidarity movements, and then they changed the language. It wasn't 2-3 persons tweeting in a room anymore. They said we have no structures. And then before they could finish that, Port threw out people on the streets. Calabar, Benin, Kaduna, everywhere. And then the language changed from the hardcore structures to the fact, for them it was, oh, they don't have PVCs. And then when INEC came out and said, oh, this movement is something else, in so and so time, we now have about 92 million registered voters. It became very clear to them that we're not jokers. It became clear to them that the movement was in town. It became very close to them, very clear to them that the phenomenon had emerged on our socio-political amphitheater. It became very clear to them that they couldn't undermine a new generation of thinkers, a wonderful species of people, a consistent republic of Nigerians, and a determined and dogged species of revolutionaries. At some point, I got so emotional, I connected with just about every obedient because I saw in them And I'm proud of every one of you who's here. I am proud of you. If you ask me, Prof, how happy are you to have been born in a generation where you could see and also special persons and people say never ever again. And I'll tell you, I can't be happy. I am proud of every obedient from the streets of Karunamunda. You know, at some point they tried to paint the obedient movement with ethnic ties and colors, but it didn't stick. It didn't stick. There were obedience in Taraba reaching out to the sick. There were obedience in Kano reaching out to the hungry. There were obedience in my hometown of Iguzo. The obedient movement with ethnic ties and colors, but it didn't stick. It didn't stick. There were obedience in Taraba reaching out to the sick. There were obedience in Kano reaching out to the hungry. There were obedience in my hometown of Iguzo reaching out to people. There were obedience everywhere. It was a proud Nigerian movement, and I salute every one of you. But you know what? The job is not done yet. Until victory is won, we will not go to sleep. We will not sleep until the chains of wickedness and poverty is broken. We will not sleep until the son of nobody, like Aminu Kano said a long time ago, will become somebody without having to go to anybody for some favor. Your competency and capacity will speak for you. We will not sleep until we break the bars of ethnicity and religion in our political discourse. We will not sleep until every young boy and young girl out there buys into the message that a new Nigeria is truly possible. We will not sleep until we look at the face of those who profiteer from our collective wealth and say to them, enough is enough. We will not sleep until every young man understands that God has blessed this country with amazing riches and resources sufficient to take our people out of poverty. We will not sleep until we impose a new thinking on those who hold us down. We will not sleep. I don't know whether you can sleep, but clearly, how do you sleep? How would you sleep? When every day the new business in town is kidnapping and for ransom. I'm telling you. How do you sleep when the bag of rice is over 50,000 naira? How do you sleep? I told someone recently, and those who are very close to me, I just hope I manage my emotions here, but those who are very close to me know that almost every morning I have a ritual. Because when I look at my phones, before 9 a.m., you have 10, 20 text messages. I'll share it with some of you. Some are saying, just 2,000. Some are saying, just 5,000. Some are saying, my kids can't go to school. Some are saying, I was telling my big brother this morning, I was sitting in my study, and I had several, it's Christmas. And I jokingly said, I don't even know whether it's Christmas myself, but I'm writing down names, what I can do, what I can't do. And I said, for how long? For how long will the citizens of our dear country, blessed by God, with amazing riches, resources ineffable, monstrous wealth buried in asphalt, for how long will they beg for food? For how long? And so, brothers and sisters, what we represent is a movement that is able and strong to salvage our country. That's what we represent. And so what we must all do is to stay together, stick together, walk together, march together, and move on until we save our country. Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Come.
Will we do it?
Yes.
Yes, we will. If we fail to do it, the highly progressive world will laugh at us.
Yes.
But I tell you, my friends, my brothers in diaspora, you know, my mom lives in the U.S. She's been there for about 12 years. And I tell you, each time I talk to her, she will say, if I had remained in Nigeria, I would have died. Because she had a wrong diagnosis. Nigeria happened to her. And it was the Consular General of the American Embassy there, and they called me and said, after your mom, you're taking your mom from UNTH to UPTH and all that. Why not just bring her, take her, join your young brother siblings in the US? And I said, oh, but my dad is gone, and she's just a pillar of a family here. I said, well, you need her alive. They've been doing all kinds of treatments on this woman. My mom left the show that was down to her wheelchair. And the very day she arrived in the United States of America, I took her into a lab for a comprehensive test. I found out